Good morning. One more time, good morning. I like that. My name is Shannon Hodge, and it is my joy and honor to welcome you to the commencement ceremony for the KIPP DC College Preparatory Class of 2026. What a beautiful sight to see so many families, friends, educators, mentors, and supporters gathered here today to celebrate our graduates. Today is a moment of tremendous pride for our entire community and a celebration of the hard work, growth, and determination that brought this class to this moment. Before we get started, I have a few housekeeping notes to make sure today runs smoothly. First, we have a full and exciting program ahead, so please make sure you keep the aisles clear throughout the ceremony. Next, please take a moment to silence your phones. I'll repeat that one just in case. Please take a moment to silence your phones. And last, we brought in a professional photographer to capture today's moments, so we kindly ask that you remain at your seats during the graduate procession and name reading. We'll share photos and a recording of today's ceremony early next week. And now, without further ado, please rise and join me in welcoming the KIPP DC College Preparatory Class of 2026. Class of 2026, today is a celebration of everything you have accomplished and everything that brought you to this moment. As I look out today, I see a class of young people who have grown into themselves over time. Young people who have found their voices, expanded their perspectives, and developed a deeper understanding of who they are, what they value, and the impact they want to have on the world around them. I see future leaders, problem solvers, advocates, and community builders sitting in front of us today. And much of what gives me confidence about this class is not simply what you have achieved, but who you are becoming. Yours is a generation that understands how quickly the world can change. A generation that has learned how to adapt, think critically, connect across differences, and continue moving forward even when the future feels uncertain. And those qualities matter, because education is not only about what you know. It's about how you think, how you lead, how you collaborate, how you care for people, how you continue growing and contributing long after you leave a KIPP DC classroom. And the truth is, while I hope you learned a lot while here at KIPP DC, I also believe our community has learned a lot from you. We have learned from your creativity, your honesty, your perspective, your ability to ask thoughtful questions, challenge assumptions, and bring new ideas into our schools and community. This year also holds special meaning for our community as KIPP DC celebrates 25 years. Over the past 25 years, generations of students and families have helped shape this organization and everything it stands for. Throughout this anniversary year, we've reflected not only on how far we've come, but also on the future we continue building together. Because legacy isn't something left behind. It's something people build every day through leadership, service, contribution, and care for others. And today, class of 2026, your class becomes part of that legacy too. Some of you have been with KIPP DC since pre-K 3. If that's you or your family, please stand. To those families, thank you for trusting us with your children for so many years. And to every parent, caregiver, family member, educator, counselor, advisor, coach, mentor, or loved one here today, thank you. Thank you for every sacrifice, every word of encouragement, every ride to school, every difficult conversation, and every moment you showed up for these graduates along the way. This accomplishment belongs to you too. Graduates, as you move into your next chapter, whether that's college, careers, military service, entrepreneurship, public service, or another path entirely, I hope you continue to lead with curiosity, with integrity, with compassion, and with confidence. I hope you never question whether you belong in the spaces you enter, because you do. You belong in those classrooms, those boardrooms, those leadership spaces. Not because someone gave you permission to be there, because you have earned your way there. Class of 2026, we're incredibly proud of you, and congratulations. And now it's my pleasure to introduce Amelia Thompson, a member of the class of 2026, who will share a poem that captures the spirit of this moment and the journey of this graduating class.
Good morning, my name is Amelia Thompson, and this is a poem based off of the poem, The Hill We Climb by Amanda Gorman. When day comes, we ask ourselves, where can we find light in this never-ending shade? The loss we carry, a sea we must wade. We brave the belly of the beast, we've learned that quiet isn't always peace, and the norms and notions of what just is isn't always justice. And yet the dawn is ours before we knew it, somehow we do it. We, the successors of a country in a time where a skinny black girl descended from slaves and raised by a single mother can dream of becoming anything. And yes, we are far from polished, far from pristine, but that doesn't mean we are striving to form a union that is perfect. We are striving to forge our union with purpose, to compose a country committed to all cultures, colors, characters, and conditions of man. And so we lift our gaze not to what stands between us, but what stands before us. Let the class of 2026, if nothing else, say this is true. That even as we grieved, we grew. That even as we hurt, we hoped. That even as we tired, we tried. That we'll forever be tied together, victorious. Scriptures tells us to envision that everyone shall sit under their own vine and fig tree, and no one shall make them afraid. If we're to live up to our own time, then victory won't line the blade, but in all the bridges we've made. That is the promise to glade, the hill we climb, if only we dared. We did not feel prepared to be the heirs of such a terrifying hour, but within it we found the power to author a new chapter, to offer hope and laughter to ourselves. We will not be turned around or interrupted by intimidation, because we know our inaction and inertia will be the inheritance of the next generation. Our blunders become their burdens, but one thing is certain. If we merge mercy with might and might with right, then love becomes our legacy, and we can change the future of KCP. So let us leave behind a school better than the one we were left. Every breath from our bronze-pounded chest, we will raise this wounded world into a wondrous one. We will rise from the bustling streets of Northeast where our families raised us. We will rise from the banks of the Anacostia of Southeast where many of us went to middle school. We will rise from the roar of the Potomac of Southwest where rivers and neighborhoods converge. We will rebuild, reconcile, and recover. In every known nook of our school and every corner called our classrooms, our people diverse and beautiful will emerge battered and beautiful. When day comes, we step out of the shade, aflame and unafraid. The new dawn blooms as we free it, for there is always light, if only we're brave enough to see it, if only we're brave enough to be it. Thank you.
All right. Happy graduation day to all the parents, guardians, teachers, staff, and especially the class of 2026. Today we celebrate the hard work, dedication, perseverance, and achievements of an extraordinary group of graduates. To the class of 2026, congratulations on reaching this significant milestones. Your commitment to excellence has brought you to this moment, and your future is filled with endless possibilities. As you begin this next chapter of your journey, take pride in all that you have accomplished and look forward with confidence to the opportunities that will await you. We also extend our sincere gratitude to the parents, guardians, teachers, staffs, supporters whose guidance, encouragement, and sacrifice have helped make this day possible. As basketball coaches during the off-season, Coach A, Coach Miller, AD Coley, and myself are committed to recruiting, developing student athletes who will help build a successful and competitive program for the future. While we seek talented athletes, I am equally dedicated to identifying and mentoring students who possess the drive, character, and determination to excel beyond the court. I take pride in recruiting and mentoring bright young minds who aspire to become future leaders in science, engineering, technology, and of course, mathematics. From the moments I met our salutatorian, I recognized her potential to achieve great things both inside and outside of the classroom. As her AP Calculus and pre-calculus teacher, my goal was not to help her excel academically, but also encourage her growth as a leader and a woman with a strong voice, a waving character, and a passion for learning. Through hard work, determination, and unwavering commitment to excellence, she has become the embodiment of my vision. So she embraced the challenges of pre-calculus and calculus, and of course me. Confidence, perseverance, consistently demonstrating the intellectual curiosity, discipline, resilience that are essential for success in the STEM field. Her accomplishments are a testament of her dedication and the bright future that lies ahead. Today we celebrate not her academic achievement, but also the remarkable young woman she has become throughout her years at KCP. At this time, it is my great privilege and honor to introduce the KCP Class of 26 salutatorian. This outstanding student has demonstrated exceptional academic achievement, leadership, dedication, and perseverance throughout her high school career. Through hard work, determination, and commitment, she has earned the distinction of being one of the top students in the graduating class. Please join me in congratulating and welcome KCP Class of 2026 salutatorian Janisa Moore as she comes forward to address the graduating class and honored guests. Janice.
Good morning, faculty, families, friends, and of course the class of 2026. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Janisa Moore, and I'm incredibly humbled to stand before you today as your salutatorian. I want to keep this brief because I know most of you can't wait to celebrate this paid-off hard work. I know I can't wait either. First off, I want to thank my family, both here and in Panama. Thank you to my parents and my sister for encouraging me throughout these years when I felt doubtful of my abilities and for pushing me to work hard no matter what. I also want to thank my friends, especially my closest friends, for always staying by my side and pushing me to be the best version of myself, even when I was hesitant majority of the time. In these past 4 years, I found myself in very low places that were difficult to get out of on my own. Whether it was a personal or academic struggle of mine, my friends were always there to let me know that at the end of the day, everything would work out. They were the people who reminded me that each little inconvenience didn't define who I am or what I can achieve in the future. Whenever I doubted myself or felt like I wasn't worthy of the best, they offered encouragement and reminded me that I was more than capable to succeed. Looking back, I realized that the most memorable part of high school is the time I spent with the people around me. All of the highs and lows I faced with others have shaped me into the person I am today. High school often focuses on our academics and grades that appear on paper, but what I take away from it is that success rarely happens alone. Behind each and every accomplishment is a support system of people who challenge us to become the best versions of ourselves. From my view, I know that everyone has relied on someone for support. Every person graduating today has faced obstacles, uncertainty, and challenges that seem impossible to overcome. Yet, we're all here today because we chose to keep moving forward with the help of the people standing behind us. As we move to the next season of our lives, I hope that we remember how much it took to get this far. In this journey, we have a strong community of people who believed in us and helped us grow. Today, we celebrate how far we've come and the people who've helped us along the way. May we carry their support with us as we pursue our goals and shape our future. Though our time here is done, our lives are just beginning. Congratulations to the class of 2026 and all the people who have supported us along the way.
Hey, y'all. All right, good morning to Principal Gallagher, the distinguished faculty, the proud families, and the amazing graduating class of 2026. I'm Miss Wade, if you don't know me, and it is my distinct honor to introduce our valedictorian, Micaiah Wilson. Since her senior year began, I've had the privilege of knowing Micaiah not just as a student, but as a person of remarkable character. Micaiah Wilson demonstrated exceptional academic excellence, consistency, and mastery of advanced placement biology throughout the entire school year, earning the highest year 1 grade amongst all AP biology students. Honorable mention to all of my grads. I'm proud of y'all. Yeah, I am. And missing less than 3% of 125 assignments just this year. I can only imagine the exact number of assignments you've completed your entire high school career, all right? She embodies what it means to be a Panther, along with juggling a rigorous academic schedule featuring 3 AP courses just this year. She also dedicated countless hours of meaningful work to local organizations such as the Michael Love Foundation, where she supported adults on the autism spectrum, leading into their own independent and fulfilling lives. Will Taylor Properties, where she participated in training sessions. She organized files, client profiles for families seeking fair housing opportunities. Genesis work, and this is my favorite from what you've done so far, where she developed skills, gained insights, information on technology, hands-on projects, and received mentorship from industry professionals, all while being a supportive and uplifting presence and every time you were in my classroom. She is not only the valedictorian of the graduating class, she is a recipient of the 2025 AP Scholar Award, the 2023 inductee of the National Honor Society, 2025 College Board National Recognition Award, the Washington, D.C. Martin Luther King Essay Award winner in 2023. She's had academic honors since 2022 up until this year. She's been on the Dean's List since 2022 until this year. And in this fall, she will be going on a full ride, a Karsh Scholar to Spelman College. We have watched Micaiah grow into a passionate and driven leader and young lady. With great pride, I present to you not only the valedictorian of your class, but one of the students I will remember for the rest of my days, Micaiah Dara Wilson.
Hello, everyone. My name is Micaiah Wilson, and I'm honored to address you today as the class of 2026 valedictorian. Many people think about high school as the time to look back at big moments, like the first day of school, homecoming, prom, graduation, and getting accepted into college. Although these events are very important and should be celebrated, I have found moments I remember the most from my high school years were not the big ones. In fact, they were the smaller moments that occurred every single day without much notice. I would never forget the conversations and friendly phase in the hallways between classes, laughter with friends during lunch while music blasts from Zulu speaker, staying late after school for activities, and being tormented by Mr. Davis, Khan Academies, and study sessions. I will also never forget my classmates who turned group projects into long-lasting friendship and people who made stressful days a little bit easier by just being there. At the time, these moments seemed ordinary. However, looking back at them now, they turned out to be some of the most memorable parts of my high school journey. High school is often referred to as the time to get ready for the future. We spent 4 years focusing on grades, test scores, sports, college applications, and planning for what's to come next. Although these aspects of high school are important, I believe the biggest lesson we learn in high school is not related to academics at all. Instead, it's learning how to relate to others. One of the most valuable lessons I've learned is that success is rarely accomplished alone. Each accomplishment that we celebrate today has been impacted by someone who supported us along the way. Whether it was a family member who encouraged us, a teacher who believed in us, a friend who helped us through a difficult period, or a mentor who provided us with guidance. None of us got here entirely on our own. Throughout my high school years, I had the opportunity to interact with individuals who helped me change and develop my mindset, which allowed me to see the potential that I did not realize existed. Some of those relationships lasted several years. However, some were short-term interactions that left a significant impression on me. What I learned from those experiences is that every interaction counts. You never know when a simple conversation, a kind gesture, or a word of encouragement may affect another person's life or even your own. As we depart high school and embark upon the next phase of our lives, whether that be college, trade school, employment, or military service, I would like to encourage all of us to continue appreciating the individuals in our lives. Life moves rapidly, and it's easy to become preoccupied by the next goal, achievement, or milestone. Sometimes we tell ourselves that once we arrive at the next destination, we will experience true happiness. However, some of the most memorable moments in life occur while we're traveling towards that destination. They occur while engaging in late-night conversations with our friends. They occur when our families find time to get together. They occur while checking in on someone after they experience a very difficult day. They occur in the mundane moments that appear insignificant at the time, but will serve as some of the fondest memories we have. Fall is approaching swiftly, and as we each transition into the next stage of our lives, I believe that the relationships we establish during our time in high school will remain with us long after we receive our diplomas. While we may not recall every assignment, test, or presentation that we completed during our time in high school, we will undoubtedly remember the people who made these years memorable. To all my fellow graduates, as you move forward, do not solely focus on celebrating great achievements. Celebrate the minor moments as well. Devote time to nourishing friendships, establishing meaningful connections with others, and being present with individuals who enrich your life. Years from now, it may not be the awards, grades, or accomplishments that you reflect upon most fondly. Rather, it may be the conversations you share with your friends, the laughter you experience with classmates, the encouragement you receive from others, and the companionship you shared along the way. Congratulations, class of 2026. Thank you, and best wishes for success, happiness, and meaningful connections regardless of wherever your life leads you.
Good morning, class of 2026 and families. I'm Mr. Brown. I'm here to present the KCP Value Award for Kinship. The Kinship Award recognizes a student who embodies connection, service, community, and compassion. This year's recipient has made an extraordinary impact on our school, not through seeking attention or recognition, but by a genuine commitment to serving his class. As a peer mediator, he has helped create a school culture where students know they have a safe place to talk through challenges, resolve conflicts, and be heard. What we got today, Mr. Brown? Any mediations? Those words are a daily reminder of this student's dedication to supporting his peers. His commitment to our school, though, extends far beyond mediations. He's always looking for ways to help out and stepping in wherever he's needed, even without being asked. His school spirit is unmatched, whether cheering on classmates, supporting at school events, or stepping in as a school mascot. This student describes what it truly means to be a Panther. If there's anyone in this graduating class who could step into a role as a KCP staff member tomorrow and succeed, Josiah Garrett is the man. Please join me in congratulating this year's Kinship Award recipient, Josiah Garrett.
Hi, everyone. For those who may not know me, I'm Ms. Jefferson, college and career counselor and head women's track and field coach at KIPP DC College Preparatory. It is truly an honor to present this year's Curiosity Value Award. Curiosity is more than just asking questions. It's about having the confidence to think differently, push boundaries, and using your voice for yourself and others. And when we think about the curiosity value for the class of 2026, one student immediately comes to mind. Whether it's wanting to know the reasoning behind a grade, speaking up for herself and her peers, or asking me, Miss Jefferson, why am I on the 4x4 relay? This student was never one to simply accept things at face value. But what makes this student's curiosity special is that it never came from defiance. It came from genuine desire to learn, grow, and make things better. This student is not afraid to ask the questions others may be too nervous to ask, holding herself and others accountable, or using her voice when others may stay quiet. And that mindset has opened doors. This fall, Amelia will attend North Carolina A&T, and through determination and initiative in applying for scholarship after scholarship, she will be attending practically debt-free. I also want Amelia to know just how proud I am of her. Watching her grow to be outspoken, to go after every opportunity, and to truly bet on herself has been special to witness. North Carolina A&T is getting a student who will absolutely make her mark on their campus as she has on ours. And somehow, in the middle of all that ambition and determination, there was always the familiar question, so, do you want to buy a cookie? She has a gift for turning almost any student or staff member at KCP into a customer, a small but unforgettable example of her confidence, persistence, charm, and curiosity. The class of 2026 is stronger because of her intelligence, humor, and how she unapologetically shows up as herself. It has been an honor to present the KIPP DC College Preparatory Curiosity Value Award to Miss Amelia Thompson.
Good morning, everyone. Class of 2026, you know I love you. I love all you guys. Okay, I'm here to present the KCP Value Award of Perseverance. Perseverance is the ability to keep going, even when things get difficult. It is not being perfect. It is not about never making mistakes. It's about refusing to give up. Now, the person receiving this award today has many qualities, but I promise you, quiet isn't one of them. I taught this student in Algebra 2, and one thing I learned very quickly is that they have a very big personality. You always knew they were here, and usually before they enter the classroom. And if you spent time around this person, you will know that they hold accountability very firmly. If someone talks during instruction and later says, "I don't understand," this person will say, "Well, maybe if you weren't talking, you wouldn't be lost." Or if someone walks into class late and asks what is going on, their response would be on the lines of, "If you were here on time, you would know." They always are willing to say the thing that everyone else is thinking, whether you ask for their opinion or not. But underneath the humor and honesty is something I always admired: determination. Someone who keeps showing up, someone who keeps pushing forward, someone who refuses to let challenges define them. In my years of knowing this student, I've seen many things, but I've never seen him quit. And this is why this is my honor to present the Perseverance Award to Jordan Biden.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Chris Gleditch. I'm a government teacher at KCP, and I have the distinct honor to present KCP's Excellence Value Award for 2026. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. You all recognize that quote? You should. It's at the bottom of every single piece of classwork I ever gave you this year. Building habits of excellence in our students is at the heart of what we as teachers try to do. But there are some students who already embody these habits before they reach our classroom doors. For some students, excellence is already the standard. For these students, building habits of greatness becomes the expectation. It should come as no surprise to anyone in this arena, then, who the winner of this award is. We've all been a part of his journey to greatness. We've all seen him grind, putting in the work, day after day. Whether it's for a grade or not, he still does the work. Because excellence to this student is a habit. It's why academic success always seems so effortless to him. And while this student may be on the quieter side, we all know he will do loud things with his future. It's my absolute honor and pleasure to present this year's KCP Excellence Value Award to Giancarlos de la Luz Hernandez.
Good morning. It is a great honor and pleasure to be in front of you this morning introducing the Class 2026 graduation keynote speaker. Our keynote speaker grew up in a small, warm town of Bishopville, South Carolina. Growing up there allowed him to move through life with a down-home, warm-hearted connection with everyone he comes and connect with. He He went on to receive a bachelor's degree in criminal justice from Voorhees University and a master's of social work from Howard University. Bringing that unique blend of heart and dedication into education for over 15 years, he is also a proud member of Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity. Standing here today is bittersweet for me. I want to personally thank this person for always being there for me through everything. He stood by my side during some truly hard times, kept encouraging me, helped me stay focused on school and graduation. I truly appreciate his support, his patience, and his belief in me. I wouldn't made it this far without him. Honestly, none of us would have. Everybody knows I gave you a hard time, and I mean hard time. But no matter what, you never gave up on me. Through all the ups and downs, attitude, stress, and the moments that I wanted to quit, you stayed by my side. You kept pushing me to do better. You helped me stay in school when life was trying its best to pull me out of it. Thank you for believing me, even on days I didn't believe in myself. I am graduated today because you cared enough to keep checking on me, supporting me, and refusing to let me fall off. So many of us are in these caps and gowns today because of you. I am grateful for you, I love you, and I will never forget all the things you helped me achieve. This person is truly one in a million. He will give you a shirt off his back if you need it, but he will check you in a blink of an eye if you need that too. The voice that you will hear is the voice of our protector, our security blanket, our safety net. We honestly don't know what we are going to do without him. Please join me and welcome to the stage the final boss, Mr. Laws!
Good morning to everyone that is here today. Before I begin, I would first like the graduates to stand to give some love to your parents, families, teachers, and staff who all helped to get you here today. I would also like to give a special thanks to Ms. Hall for including me in everything involved in this class this year. Shout out to you too, Mr. Dillon. And a special shout out goes to Ms. Jackson and Ms. Mimi for always stepping in to give you all that motherly love, because y'all know I wasn't doing that. This is a moment of joy and sadness for me. The joy comes from seeing these now 17 and 18-year-olds in the journey that started 4 years ago. Watching you all sit here in front of me in your cap and gowns makes me so happy because it shows that we did it. It has made the 4 years of stress, texts, phone calls, emails, parent meetings, community meetings, and more all worth it. The sadness is me standing here finally realizing that this August is the first time that I will not see you all walking down the halls, knocking on the teacher's lounge door as I'm making my oatmeal and bananas, or heating up my just delivered breakfast from Josie or Taziah. I won't have Xavier, Markel, Jaden Sims, Jaden Brown, Khalil Hudson, Khalil Lee, and Teron, who all arrived to school late almost every day, but still found the time to stop by my office to let me know that they're at school. I won't have you all at lunch asking me, Laws, can I use your phone to call my mom? You know she only answers phones from your number. I won't have you asking, Laws, put me in Slack at 1:41. You know my mama texted you this morning. I'm even sad that I won't be receiving 1,000 text messages asking the same question that I gave the answer to in emails and screenshots previously. While everyone always says that I have spoiled you, and I might have, That's because I only had one goal in mind, and that was to see you all to and through high school. Watch your mouth. Y'all know I'm still giving out demerits. This speech will be my farewell to you all. I promise that I won't keep you long, but I want you all to know that when I told your parents back in August of 2022 that we were co-parents until you walked across the stage, why I meant it. The class of 2026 is a very special class to me. They have taught me more than I could imagine. A major thing that I continue to learn is that I am where I'm destined to be. Every year, there are parents and students that always says, you deserve all the awards in the world you can give because working in the school is a job that I can't do. And I don't know how others may feel, so I'm only going to speak for myself. Trust me, I did not set out to work in education at all. And I do mean at all. Growing up, I just knew that I was going to be a lawyer. I mean, come on, I got the perfect name for it. I was going to move away from South Carolina and have this $1 million career as this famous lawyer. I could imagine seeing my name on those commercials. If you or someone you know were in an accident and it wasn't your fault and you need cash now, just call Lewis Laws and Associates. We'll get you your money fast. As you all can see, that didn't happen. As my grandma always used to say, if you want to make God laugh, just tell him your plans. I never understood what that meant back then. Now I know that God clearly had other plans for me. Attending law school meant that I would have to do a whole lot of studying, and at that point in life, I was not willing to do it. I wanted to move away from South Carolina, and I knew that school would sure be my way out. I decided to enroll at Howard University School of Social Work. As a graduation requirement to attend there, it meant that I would have to do an internship. I went to the mailbox one day, and it was a letter from Howard stating that I would be placed at Maya Angelou Public Charter School as an intern, and paid one at that. I showed my parents, and everyone was so happy because we never knew that Maya Angelou had a school. In my mind, I was about to be this big celebrity at this school, and I was gonna get famous too. If only TikTok reviews were around back then, I'm sure I would have requested to be placed somewhere else. That first day that I walked up to the school, I thought it looked interesting in more ways than one. I figured that it was probably going through renovations, if you know what I mean. I went through the doors and I saw that I had to walk through metal detectors. Of course, metal detectors are the norm in schools now, but back then, that wasn't necessarily a good sign, especially not for a country boy like myself. I will always remember that day. That was the day that I truly learned to never judge a book by its cover. Before I was introduced to the students, I sat and I watched. I had never heard so many curse words put together so creatively. I thought the kids were so angry. Finally, one kid walked by me and I just said, "You curse too much." He looked at me like I was crazy, but he didn't say anything and walked off. One of the staff members looked at me and said, "Oh, that's the first time he would, let's say, not argue with an adult for telling him what to do." That staff member said, "This might be the perfect job for you." I said to myself, "Yeah, right, I'm only doing this because of school." During my time there, I thought the kids were funny and found out that they all had interesting stories about where they came from. Even if I couldn't relate to them, I never judged them. A few months after I graduated from Howard, I was sitting at home, jobless, when I got a text from one of the students that I used to work there. It simply said, "Hey, Mr. Laws, what are you doing?" I replied back, "Hey, nothing." The next text said, "Why you not at work?" I replied back, "You're very nosy, and shouldn't you be worried about school?" The student replied, "If you didn't have a job, then just say that." Before I could even respond, the student said, "I'm going to tell them they need to hire you." I just replied, "Okay," because let's be real, who was going to hire someone because a kid said so? 10 minutes later, my phone was ringing. It was my old boss from the school while I was interning. He said, "We heard that you were looking for a job." Long story short, I got the job. That was my first lesson in you never know the impact that you could have on someone's life. I was hired to be the 9th grade counselor. My first month on the job, I had to do a home visit with a fellow counselor for a student of mine that had just given birth to her son. I told her that I would be including her in this speech today, and she gave me the okay to do so. That day that I met her, she just stared and didn't really say anything. Years later, she would say, "I was just confused why y'all was sitting up at my house." Her grandmother who raised her and her sisters passed away a few months prior, and she had an infant, and they were now all being raised by their 20-year-old sister. There were days she would be so frustrated. She would take her son to his daycare, but if they arrived late, he wouldn't be able to go in for the day. So she would just show up to school with the baby. There were times she would show up to school and they would be soaking wet from standing in the rain at the bus stop trying to make it to school. I would just take the baby and just say, "Just go to class." Everyone at the school would joke and say, "Your daughter just arrived to school with your grandson." There were weekends where she would still just want to be a kid, but she didn't have anyone to watch him. So what I would just say, "I'll just take him for the weekend, and I'll bring him home Sunday." One day I was dropping him off back in Simple City. I was telling her how I took him with my friends to a festival, and everyone just fell in love with him. She didn't ask me, "Laws, what's your birthday?" I told her it was June 19th. She just froze. I asked her what was wrong. She told me that her grandmother that passed away and I shared the same birthday. Later on, she would tell me that I was like a father to her and that her grandmother must be sent me into their lives for a reason. Since that day, there hasn't been a moment that I haven't been involved in any family events that they have. And I'm proud to say that my grandson, who is almost 16 years old, is also a KIPP student. Makai Sims will be a junior at Legacy this upcoming fall. Before I came to work at KIPP, all I heard was the horror stories that KIPP would require its staff to be on call and you would have to answer the phone until 9 o'clock at night. I said, "Well, I guess that's a job for me because I was doing those things anyway." I started at KIPP as a mental health practitioner, better known as a MHP. When I arrived at KCP, the class of 2020 was the first group of 9th graders that I worked with. I was so misunderstood during those days. No one could understand why all the kids would want to come spend their lunch hours in the MHP office. And to tell you the truth, I didn't either. Jessica Cunningham, who was the principal at the time, would joke and say that I was the social work to the stars because it seemed like the kids would follow me everywhere I went. I later learned that I was the first black male social worker to be hired at KCP, and the students really felt that I related to them. It was during this time I realized that I wanted to do more in the school. I didn't realize it back then, but I can see now that my social work background gave me a skill set that not many could achieve. In May of 2022, it was decided that the class of 2026 would be the first class that I was able to lead alone as their dean. That freshman year, some would say I was delusional. The main thing I remember is me deciding that the whole grade, regardless of their behavior, would go on our infamous trip to Top Golf. That trip caused me to vow that they would never take another trip if I had to plan it. Oh, what a day. I can now laugh at it 4 years later. Staff has always came to the conclusion that sophomore year is the most challenging year for students. Let me tell you, the class of 2026 proved that to be a fact. We fussed and argued so much that year. It proved to be a pivotal point in our bond, though. They knew that I would be upset when they did things that I did not approve of, but that I wouldn't hold it against them, nor give up on them. This was the first year that I came up with the famous SYS text. You all may not know it, but when I sent that SYS text to them, they knew what it meant. See you Saturday. Yup, that's right. 2026 helps Saturday School make its triumphant return. Junior year was the year of maturity. Things turned around and everyone could witness their growth. By this point, we all had become like family. I played the role of everyone's big brother, godfather, uncle, cousin, therapist, and you name whatever else. I would call parents, and a 10-minute conversation would easily turn into an hour one. I can laugh to myself now thinking about how many times I called parents to snitch on kids, and they ended up calling the kids on three-way. Overall, the students really began to start talking about colleges, plans after high school, and focusing on their grades. When the students found out that I would not be their dean this year, they gave me the business. I think they learned that as the year went on, that they could always depend on me regardless of our proximity. Going on the college tours and talking about their futures made me very excited for them. Going on my first KCP senior trip with them will always be etched in my memories. We created memories that will never fade, and everybody who went, y'all know what I mean. As I drove home after the trip, I randomly started crying, and I'm not one to cry. I texted the group chat that I had with the kids for the trip and said, y'all, why did I randomly start crying as I was driving home? They responded with a lot of things, but one message hit me different. Tamaya said, Laws, we love you just as much as you love us. I then said to myself, I give my all to these kids because they are the reason why I am where I am today. The moral of the speech is this: being in education is not something that is on you, it's in you. We have to be more than just educators. We have to be mentors, listeners, supporters, and sometimes even the people who believe in others when they do not yet believe in themselves. Just like I did not always see this path for myself, many of you may not yet see the path that is meant for you. Sometimes other people can see things in you that you cannot see in yourself. There have been many times that I have told you that I see greatness in you, but you have to remember that greatness does not happen overnight. There will be challenging times. There will be days when you are broke, and I tell you, I'm broke all the time. There will be moments when you question yourself and wonder if all the hard work is worth it. There will even be times when you want to quit. Just like I told y'all, every year I was going to work at Target. But those moments are not meant to stop you. They are meant to prepare you. They are building blocks on your road to success. We may not always end up doing the jobs that we dreamed of, but when we are younger, but that does not mean we cannot make an impact. Sometimes the purpose God has for us is bigger than the plans we make for ourselves. Never underestimate the difference that one conversation, one act of kindness, or one person believing in you can make. Class of 2026, I want you all to remember the way that I treated you through the good, the bad, and the ugly. No matter how upset I may have been with you, I never stopped caring about you. No matter how many mistakes you made, I never gave up on you. As you leave here today, I challenge you to give the same grace, patience, and support to others. Be the person who encourages someone when they are struggling. Be the person who shows up when others walk away. Be the person who sees potential in people before they see it in themselves. As you walk across the stage today, know that this is not the end of your story. It is only the beginning of a new chapter. I am proud of every single one of you. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of your journey. Thank you for teaching me lessons I will carry with me for the rest of my life. Most importantly, thank you for trusting me to walk beside you these last 4 years. Class of 2026, congratulations. Go make your mark on the world, and never forget that no matter where life takes you, I will always be rooting for you. And remember, the final boss loves you.
Good morning.
Look at all these beautiful faces. Mr. Laws, thank you. What a perfect keynote for the class of 2026. I'm Galen Gallagher. I am the principal of KCP. I am so honored to be here today. We are about to graduate you, which is just incredible. At KCP, when we want to honor somebody, or give someone a shout out, we often say that we're giving them sunflowers. Sunflowers are sort of the unofficial flower of KCP. And this is for a couple of reasons. One, sunflowers grow in tough, rocky soil. They stand tall in the heat, and then they turn towards the light as the sun rises and sets. And they nurture each other and everything around them. And that's what you've done, class of 2026. For 4 years, for 12 years, for your whole lives, and it's an honor today to give you the sunflowers that you deserve. We have 147 graduates, all accepted to college, millions of dollars in scholarships, certifications, career paths of choice and opportunity. You are remarkable. The world is better because you're in it. Yesterday evening, a parent sent me a picture of her son at his 4th grade KIPP graduation, and then another at his 8th grade KIPP graduation, and then I cried in my car. But I got a little teary just thinking about all of you and all of the time that we've known you and the incredible things you've accomplished and all that you're going to go on to do. So whether you've been at KIPP since you were 6 or you've just joined us in the past few years, this place, our school, is better because of you. I am so grateful to get to watch you grow up. You belong in this community, and this community belongs to you. Here's what I want you to hold on to. A college prep high school education isn't about being required to go to college at 18. It's about that choice always being yours. You took the SAT. You wrote the personal statements. You did the applications and the FAFSA. You chose the hard classes. You showed up. You did the work. And this college prep high school diploma that you're about to receive is always yours. The option of college will always be there. And if you want it, in 5 years, in 10 years, you've had a high school experience that prepares you for it. No one can ever take that away from you. That door is always open. You get one chance to do high school, and class of 2026, you did it right. Being part of KIPP doesn't end today. KIPP families, as many of you know, KIPP is the only truly national charter network. There are KIPPsters on every college campus, in every city, in every career. Graduating from a KIPP high school means that you get 6 years of free college and career and financial counseling after today, after you leave us. There are networking opportunities and scholarships that are available to you as a KIPPster that are unavailable to anyone else. And my advice to you today is to take advantage of it. Stay connected to this place. Everyone connected with KIPP across the country is invested in your success. And as you leave this place, let us keep investing in you. Be proud of where you come from. Stand tall as you step through every door in front of you. Our world is a better place because you're in it, and you always have a team of people who are cheering you on here at KCP. Sunflowers to the class of 2026, sunflowers to your families and our wonderful staff. Keep turning towards the light, and we love you so much. I would love to introduce our superintendent, Susan Toth, to confer your diplomas.
Good morning. My name is Susan Toth, Superintendent of KIPP DC, and it is my honor to recognize the class of 2026. Graduates, today marks an important milestone in your educational journey. And can I just say, you look magical. However, there is no magic involved in your journey to this moment. A high school diploma represents far more than completing coursework or meeting graduation requirements. It reflects years of hard work, persistence, growth, and achievement. It reflects the goals you pursued, the expectations you met, and the commitment you demonstrated along the way. Today, we are all here to recognize all of your hard work and the heart and soul you poured into your journey. As superintendent, I have the privilege of visiting our schools regularly and seeing firsthand the talent and determination and potential that exists across this community. And you, this graduating class, reflect those qualities in abundance. Today, we proudly celebrate everything you have done to reach this milestone. Will all the candidates for the high school diploma please stand? KCP, class of 2026, you have completed all of the requirements to earn a high school diploma in the District of Columbia. As a result, I hereby confer upon you high school diplomas with all the rights and privileges therein. Congratulations, graduates. And now, with great pleasure, I would like to bring back to the stage the incomparable Mr. Lewis Laws.
Micaiah Dara Wilson. Janisa Evelyn Moore. Amelia Thompson. Jordan Justice Bynum. Vakaya Abney. Teron James Acker. Gianni Adams. Sade Kanasia Allen. Asia Angelina Alexander Barfield. Kenyon Austin. Ayana Anderson. Elijah Kyrie Arrington. Tiffany R. Sean Isaiah Barfield. Mecca Yasmin Barrington. Jonathan Borden. Takaria Yasmin Braxton. Kalani Bridget. Javante Jamani Broadwater. Jakira Jonay Brown. Jaden Brown. Nakaya Brown. Zoe Deja Brown. Brian Burrow. Byron Butler. Mary Carr. Taziah Denora Carr. Zion Zaire Carter. Mecca Cephas. Autumn Rain Champ. Aaliyah Lamaya Cherry. London Tayana Childs. Shakira Clark. Shakai Clark. Tanithia Delilah Colbert. Janaya Cosberg. Doreen Counts. Jalen Marie Coles. Rayana Crawford. Tanaya Criswell. Gavin William Davis. Giancarlos De La Luz Hernandez. Anaya Danielle Dickerson. Jeremiah Dudley. Peyton Nari Dudley. Josiah Garrett. Inaja Maria Garris. Janaya Miracle George. Anaya Forever Good. Landon Bailey Green. Tamaya Lachey Griffin. Colonius Guatney. Ryan Josiah Hagler. Amari Ray Hall. Tanaya Novaje Hall. Dontrell Hammond. Leilani Sine Elizabeth Hampton. Taylor Brianna Harley. Anaya Lillian Hawkins. Jaden Nicholas Hedgebeth. Farron Sophia Hernandez Santa Cruz. Elijah Joseph Hines. Chanel Miracle Hosey. Khalil Irvin Hudson. Eric Shaquan Humphreys. Taylor Kayla Jacobs. Christian Angelo Johnson. Deshari Donnell Johnson. Nevaeh Renee Marley Johnson. Maya Renee Johnson. David Jones. Josiah Jojo Jones. Madison Jones. Ryan Antonio Jones. Savannah Jones. Chloe Jones. Cordell King. Anaya Kirkland. Khalil Rashad Lee. Amaya Armani Leftwich. Jamari Logan Link. Mariah Julia Littles. Isis Destiny Liverpool. Precious Renee Destiny Lloyd. Javon Lockett. Giovanni Lockett. Alana Nicole Lyons. Jody Majors. Brandy Mallory. Scenaria Mann. Akeem Hassan Merrill. Keontae Mason. Makai Matthews. Lauren McCall. Nicholas Nazir McCray. Elijah McDonald. Samaya Akila McPhail. Makari Miller. Josie Marie Mitchell. Jamel Moore. Janesha Moore. Miel Moore Talaferro. Isaiah Kamora Morgan. Demille Morgan. Damali Moses. Monet Murray. Cameron Devon Norwood. Savarian Luis Agondo. Brell Patrick. Nicholas Payne. Javon Pedro. Amari Petty. Khalil Zahir Potts. D'Amico Quarterman. Jordan Randall. Jaden Cordell Rias. Shannon Max Ryan. Rashad Jerome Salters. Jaden Sims. Gregory Anthony Capone Simon. Shannon Simon. Isaiah Smith. Layla Smith. Zuri Smith. Liana Smith Millett. Linda Marche Sorrell. Nicholas Squire. Markel Dijon Stevens. They're a little backed up. Cortez Taylor. Danielle Taylor. Daryl Taylor. Ishmael Thomas. Ranisha Gail Thomas. Jaden Troy. Zakira Anaya Tucker. Torrin Turner. DeAndre Montez Walton. Jay Rakaya Watts. Carmen Simone White. Patricia Wilkins. Jaden Marco Williams. Kyrie Cody Williams. Malik Williams. Zanayla Williams. Messiah Latierra Wills. Heaven Wilson. Xavier Wilson. It's about to come to an end. Graduates, before you make this final gesture, I want you to take a deep breath and look around this room. Look at the classmates who walked this path with you, and look out into the crowd at their eyes filled with tears of pride. No one reaches this moment alone. The tassel on your cap currently hangs on the right, representing all the hard work, the late nights, and the challenges you leave behind. In a moment, you will move it to the left. We do this because the left is the side of the heart. It signifies that the lessons you learned here, the friendships you forged, and the memories you made will stay closest to your heart for the rest of your lives. With all the pride and love this community holds for you, I officially declare you graduates. Please move your tassels from the right to the left. Class of 26, it's time to now walk it out.
Now walk it out. Now walk it out. Southern style DJ. DJ Prince on the track. DJ Southside walk it out. We at it again, baby. Northside walk it out. Here we go. Now walk it out. 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 Now westside walk it out. Southside walk it out. Eastside walk it out. Northside walk it out. Now hit the crowd rock.